Hello, my name is Jeff Belts, and I wanted to walk us through the occupational license attorney landing page for the Plano traffic ticket lawyer website. We do quite a bit of occupational license requests out of Collin County, and so this is just to help clients who are searching for an attorney that does that type of work, and what the processes are, what we need from the client, and how to get signed up. So let's get started. Now, this landing page right here, you can see has some really good information about what it takes to get an occupational license. So what does it take? Well, first off, what we do in our office is we make sure to do a background search on the client to see exactly what it is that they're dealing with when it comes to the occupational license request, because there's sometimes where we'll talk with a client and realize that it's not actually an occupational license that they need. They just need to take care of a few other issues, and they'll be just fine. And so what we do first is we go to a site that's for DPS, and it's called the Texas Driver's License Eligibility Site. And if you just type that into Bing or Google or whatever, now you'll see this one's through Bing. Let's go to Google real quick. Bing is terrible, right? But let's see, Texas Driver's License Eligibility. If you go through Google, then you'll see that the most trusted site at the top is going to be the actual official Texas Driver's License Eligibility website. And if you click on that, this is the same site we use to do background searches on clients. When you see this Texas Department of Public Safety seal at the top and it says license eligibility, that's where you know you're at the right site. And if you come down here to the bottom, it'll ask you for some identifying information: your driver's license number, your date of birth, and your social security number. When you type that into that site, it'll take you to another page that tells you exactly what the reason is why the license is suspended or invalid. And then at that point, we can do a good evaluation of what the client needs in order to get the issue cleared up. So let's say that we do that background search and we find out that yes, you do need an occupational license. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have you fill out a questionnaire that goes over your actual driving schedule. Because in the state of Texas, if you're granted an occupational license, it's only a limited use license. That means that you can only drive on an occupational license for a maximum of 12 hours per day. And so we want to know when you're going to be on the road, so that we can schedule that in your actual petition and submit it to the judge for approval. Once we get that down, then we're going to ask for you to go out and start looking for what they call SR22 insurance. SR22 insurance is required by any driver that is requesting an occupational license. And so you'll go out and you'll get those quotes for SR22 insurance. Once you find a company that you're happy with, that you can deal with the rates with, and you purchase the policy, then you'll bring the binder back to our office. We'll formulate the petition, draft the petition, attach that SR22 insurance to the petition, have you sign it in original form, and then we submit it for approval to the judge. So once that happens, after it's approved, then we take those documents and send them all up to DPS with the applicable reinstatement fees, any type of fees that are outstanding with DPS. And DPS then turns around, usually within 30 to 60 days, and sends our clients the hard copy of the occupational license in the mail. Now, when you get your occupational license in the mail, it looks like a regular license, and at the top it'll say occupational driver's license. That needs to be coupled with the actual petition and the order that granted your occupational license. And what we tell our clients is just keep that in an envelope in your glove compartment. That way, if the officer that pulls you over wants to see that document, they can, to determine whether or not you're driving within your actual schedules. Because the only time you're really going to get in trouble on an occupational license is driving outside of your work schedules that are listed on that actual petition. So you just want to have that handy for the officer to look at. Another issue that we've had in the past is when you have rookie officers and they pull someone over, and they pull up the system in DPS and it still shows the license invalid even though you have an occupational license, because after all, your license is not valid even though you're on an occupational license. That's hard for some officers to understand. It's just an exception to the invalidity is what the license is. It'll still show invalid in DPS's system. The way I explain it is, you're grounded. DPS said you're not supposed to be driving. However, for the limited purpose of going to school or to work, you can be out on the road. So some officers get confused. They'll still write you a ticket for that, and what we say is don't argue with them, don't get upset, just bring that ticket into our office. We'll plead you not guilty, go to court, show the prosecutor your occupational license as well as the petition, and normally that case will be dismissed at that point. So that's the basic outline of what it takes in order to get an occupational license. I went through that rather quick, just so you kind of understand what the process is. Now this bottom part says the cost of an occupational license, and that's a very important part to most of our clients. They want to know exactly how much it's going to cost them to get the license. What we can say is that our fees normally range anywhere from $850 to $1,500 depending on what the circumstances are around the occupational license request. For example, if you're asking for an occupational license because of a DWI, that has to be set for a formal hearing where we go before a judge and request that occupational license back in the court where the DWI is pending. So that can take a little bit more work in order to do. If it's as simple as it's invalid, the license is invalid because of some type of traffic ticket issue or a crash suspension where you didn't have insurance and now your license is invalid because of that judgment against you, those issues can usually be taken care of a little bit easier. So what we ask you to do is just call our office, give us your circumstances. We can make sure to give you the right price estimate on what it's going to take to get the job done right for you. So the way to contact us, there's a couple of different ways to contact us. If you click on the Contact Us link here, it'll take you to another landing page which gives you our actual directions, where we're located at, our reviews. It also gives you the physical address, our phone number, fax number. Our phone number 214-321-4105. You can contact us at that at any time. If we're not available at that time that you call, you can also leave us a message online through our chat function. If we're if we're open, usually there's a paralegal that will be on the online chat as well, so you can talk to her real time or him real time with any questions that you have. So just if you have questions, feel free to give us a call. We'd be happy to help you.